Twitch, by the way, if I'm indeed live. Split screen. Yep, but muted. Oh, it's already muted. Well, good evening to all. And I'm showing here my work that is dry, but unfortunately it didn't turn out as expected last time. You already see it when I put a white plate over here. Still should continue cleaning up this place so I have more working space, but unfortunately there's a bug going next to me. Oh, there's a tiny little beetle. Let's take him outside. Okay. As I was saying, things didn't turn out as planned, both work-wise and result. So I brought my little plate so you can see how far I am. The purple is pretty much done. There's still, let's get a pointy stick, something I can point with. This actually needs some space. This turned out, the skin turned out way too red. Not as red as the red, so that's nice, but this is still way too red. Yellow still needs to be done. The blue is actually almost solid. So yeah, one more layer, but now I'm going to keep this plate on so I can actually see what I'm doing. Dirty paint jar, dirty paint jar. This is a complete unprepared stream. So I have no idea what's going to happen. What's going on? Where's my chat? Chat overlay. I moved my webcam slightly so I have more space. No idea why you are so white. It's probably the blue ink. It is looking nice, by the way. Just hoped I'd be done with this by now. Like I said, if I would have chosen resin, I would have been done already. These little parts are just too small to get in with your pipette. This is a tiny pipette. See, even my smallest pipette doesn't even go in there. Of course, we have our palette. For cleaning up. Nice and orange. The orange turned out cool. Of course, I only had the bell, so there wasn't much there. Whoops. This is the advantage of a silicone, well, pad, or in this case, ice cube tray. Easy cleaning. Right, I have a trash can next to me. Today was a very unexpected day. Everything did not go as planned. So that's why this is an unprepared live stream. And we're just making the best of it. This one doesn't even feel cured completely. It's still very sticky. Ow. Well, that happens every Tuesday, so. Well, got sound somewhere. Where's my sound? Where's my sound? There we go. Right, I saw someone using a trick, so I'm going to try that. Let's see if I can clean things easier with tape. It does. Ooh, tape really works well. And I have some very annoying tape that keeps on breaking, so I can move it over here and use that. But cleaning up is not my thing. I really dislike cleaning up. But I like waste even more, less so. I don't even like waste. So yeah, this is the boring part when you stream. Or, well, usually people do the cleaning off screen. I have a lot of tape that's been used once. And if it's still very sticky, I keep it. And, well, now it comes in handy. I believe the expression is waste not, want not. Well, there we go. I did save the other ones, but I have no idea where. So let's stay over here. You guys can go. Shouldn't keep this on my keyboard. Almost running out of this, so wait. Well, how's my life? Well, currently hyper focusing on writing, and I think I need to write maybe one or squeak, one or two episodes of the thing I'm hyper focusing on. Oh, that's a nice fit. Steering sticks. And then I'll be done with that. Of course, my work week starts again, which, well, isn't very fun if you're hyper focusing. I did place my camera a little bit further away so you can see more. It's not perfect, of course. And this is actually, I started streaming before I did my daily online stuff. So this is how much I care about you people. Somewhat decent clean. We don't need much. We need this spot. I hope it's going to be dark enough. We'll see that soon enough when it's dry. Right, I should still get a stabby thing here. Where's my other stabby things? Where are my stabby things? There's my stabby things. But it's a new layer on top of a very thick layer, so I don't think it's gonna be that's more different. I'm doing my best not to get any bubbles. Oops. I don't know where you are, but you're not supposed to be here. Thing with this part is you get probably too much unevenness. I apologize for the sudden sneezing. I tried to mute, but I wasn't fast enough. I have a feeling there's some red from the previous color in this square bleeding through. Oops. Out, 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 out. I'm not gonna do a very big layer over here. This is pretty much all I'm gonna do because otherwise it's just gonna be a forever project. I'm gonna keep my purple for now. I have this dirty paint water jar, which I'll put off screen, by the way. It was slightly on screen. So I pick up clean water and dump it in my glass, because that way my clean water remains as clean as possible, or as long as possible, clean-ish, because of course there's already dirt in there. We had run out of varnish. Which I anticipated, so I got a new one. Okay, no sealant. So this is the third one. So that means about 240 milliliters of varnish in this project. Oh, this is very yellow. Oh well. But yeah, I can't really move around today. That's my own fault. That's what you get for not cleaning up. Did I break it or? Yeah, break it. I'm very wibbly wobbly today. Okay, that did very nicely. So when I'm almost done with the project, I get the hang of working with a pipette. I get it, I get it. And there's some red in there as well. That coloring really stains, which is to be expected, by the way, so. Whoops. But this is still dry, so that's easy. Okay. Oh, where did my yellow finger come from? Okay, you can go suck some water. There's a big bubble over here. Oops. I'm very clumsy today. I know some people are like, Stassem, what's the problem? You get 100 more for like $10. And I'm like, why waste it when it's not broken yet? There we go. Right. Let's see. This is the orange. I need to check something, by the way. You need to go. Oh. This is on my spacebar. Which is to be expected, by the way. So. There we go. Because maybe I can just drop this. It's just this little bit. This dripping method has less things flying around, less air bubbles, but you can't see what you're doing. Okay. Now, red. We're going to see how we can fix the pink, the very pinkish skin. This is pink. I need the red. You can go back. Almost dipping it in the yellow, which is fine. I mean, I don't really need the yellow anymore, but then I would be wasting ink. As little air as possible. And the first thing that comes out is a big bubble. This is not skin. This is costume. I tried a lot faster than last time. And that's probably because I kept it out in the open this time instead of a closed drawer so bugs wouldn't climb in it. And there's a little tiny drop of red in the yellow. Spread it out while I'm at it. Pop a bottle. Bubble, not a bottle. Almost forgot part of a dress. And it will find its way to level. I'm gonna keep the red for now because I'll probably miss something. That red really stains. And my clean paint water is now completely white. Don't need that much pink because most of them are nice. I just need to level it up and all that things. I think I'm gonna try to do just brown on the skin part. Yeah, this will do. It's easily mixed, so that's nice. Okay, now get my smaller one because I have a smaller one. I think a bird landed on my roof because I heard a loud kadunk. I hear a lot of scratching above me, so it's either a bird or a cat. There's a hair. Why is there a hair? Okay. Let's mix some dirty, well, varnish water in my case. Okay. I'm wasting a lot today. For the dark blue. Seriously, if you have access to resin, use that. That's way easier. This might be less toxic and cheaper. I mean, a bottle of resin, at least the type I get, is about 30 euros. Okay, you have a lot. You have way more than you need here. So it might be cheaper on the long run, but then you need to have a lot of resin you need to use for other things. I mean, the bottles of varnish are 150 each, so a bit of mix. Bit of extra mixing. This wasn't mixed very well. So yes, this is a less toxic way, but it takes a lot more time than when you use resin. The only reason I'm continuing this is because I want to finish it in the same style. But the next one, probably going to use resin if I ever do this again, because technically it's quite boring work and I'm not sure. But hey, it works. It does work. I've proven it works, and I've proven it's not the recommended way. I've seen a light bubble over here. Why is there a bubble? There you go. Go away, bubble. Getting a few more drops in. Blue is also very potent. Probably because it's alcohol inked and I'm cleaning it with water, so that might have anything to do with it. Okay, I'm seeing bubbles again. And the bubble doesn't want to pop. Why not? Why you no pop? It doesn't want to pop. Right, so first some of the light blue again. Which is more solid, by the way. It's less transparent. You can probably see that or not, because it doesn't really work on camera. First filling the holes, and then slightly make it bigger. I'm glad the hair is done. Took me long enough. First, let's do this one, because this one's worse. First, we fill this hole. It will find its own way, of course. That's the nature of fluids, but let's try to help it if needed. Okay. A little bit extra here. And I do hope I'll be able to stream more regularly, or at least crash streaming on either the Thursday evening or the Sunday evening, or both. But it really depends. Right. Now the skin. Thing is, I want to add a little bit of white. But the thing with resin for white varnish is that you can't see it. So let me get some white. So I think I'm first going to do a little bit of brown. Just brown, no other color. Oh, this is orange. I already thought that's used a lot for brown because I never use brown. Two drops of brown. Steering stick. This one's sticky, so let's use this side. So that's a nice light brown. I need to shake this well because it's more opaque. I mean, I already ruined it with the pinkish red skin, so. And 2 drops of white. So if you already ruined it, let's do whatever you can and experiment. Okay. This is such a soft brown. It actually looks pink. So the first week, this is uploaded way later, by the way. So next week I'm gonna have to do taxes. You need to do 4 times a year if you're a company over here. So it's always a quarterly. So I'm gonna spend that part of the time. Oh, almost mixed up. Something that shouldn't be mixed. And I need to clean up here again, and I can reward myself with a stream. Yes, I'm such a child. Okay, so that was 45 minutes of me cleaning up, pipetting ink. There we go. Putting it away for it to dry again because I don't see where else I can use this. Yeah, I see a little bit of usefulness. Need a dry one. Yes, I still have a dry one because this was red, and I still have spots here. I mean, I put it in here or I throw it away, so. It's not much, but hey, less waste. Okay, now I'm gonna put it aside. You go back on your little slate. Tossed away wood. Well, toss it my way, and I'll find some use for it. Keep it upright, keep it upright. There you go. And hopefully next week I can show an actual result. You go in here to prevent all the other splotches. Alcohol inked over there. This is my clean cup water, by the way. It looks completely white, but that's okay because it's plenty to clean my pipettes or whatever they're called. It's just slightly white. This is already brown. So this is the water I worked with thus far. Okay. You can go dry. Putting that away. So space for you and you. Now, before I forget, before I continue with Sushi, I need to do her freckles and her eyebrows. So I need to look back and need to find my permanent markers. And to be honest, I don't know where I put them. One moment. I think I found them on the bottom. Okay, it wasn't the bottom, it was the top. That's nice. First, let's find a nice thin one. Way too thick. Okay, so these ones are double-sided. Now I need to find a brown one. That's right, this should be brown. Yep. Permanent marker. I'm missing that. That's the wrong spot. Oh well. Can't be helped. Can't be fixed. Okay. That was before I forgot to do that. To continue the paint, that's this container. How dried are you? Not that dried out. It's where I mix the very old paint with the new paint. It does have a little skin on it. Oh, I don't like that. I need another stirring stick. I have plenty of stirring sticks, and you know I use them about 4 or 5 times before I toss them. So this is a broken big one. Do I have a small one? that's way too thick. There's a small thin one. Pipette for a little drop of water. I have so many pipettes, but not when I need one. Okay, clean water. Okay, this is gonna take ages. Little splash. How thin are you now? How well do you paint? Well, always gonna be thin. Shouldn't dab it on too thick because that's what caused the skin last time. And then I could peel off all the paint. And remember, this is my very first one. I have another sushi one on its way. And all the mistakes from the first one are hopefully not repeated in the second one. And then we're gonna make a whole lot of new mistakes. Pants are a bit patchy, but I'm not gonna try and fix that. We'll just call it texture in the fabric. Try to break all the thick blobs. Downside of such little projects is you don't spend a lot of paint, which means you're stuck with the bad paint. Sure, I could toss it, but that's wasting even more. Okay. Oh, great. Not paying attention, so I'm cleaning my brush and old paint. Okay, this one can dry again. I'm gonna bring it up close for you guys. Added her little freckles, and of course, one isn't where it's supposed to be. Added her eyebrows. That really adds a lot. No, I'm not done yet. what I'm first gonna do, usually I hate working with gesso, but I just want to learn it. And this is different gesso from the Action, so I don't know this brand just yet, but we're gonna try it anyway. Okay, cheap brush, I think anyway. Let's see if the paint adheres better when you put a layer of gesso on it. Or maybe 2 layers. They say it does. But the gesso used thus far was immensely annoying. And it even let go of the project I was using it on. So that was a lot of waste. It was both a waste of gesso and a waste of paint. Because I had used a lot of paint and it just flaked off. I will continue that project one day, but not right now. I know so many people are working with gesso and they make wonderful projects, and I'm like, what the heck am I doing wrong? Am I just doing one layer instead of multiple? But if I use more layers, I just wipe away the previous ones. Am I using the wrong type of gesso? Is there a wrong type of gesso? And again, this is not a question on which I want to be answered. This is what I want to experiment and find out for myself. Because a lot of people love to help, and I just want to find out for myself. And I can't find out things for myself if people take me by the hand and tell me, look here, look there. And sure, there I said a bit, then you won't have to figure it out anymore. Yeah, but that's what I want to do. I want to figure it out. So just let me mess around, let me trip, let me make mistakes. And then I'll find my way. I've been doing that for about 40 years now. Okay, that's a bit too much, but getting close to it. I can't change my ways that easily. Oh, wait, that's wrong. There we go. And of course, I'm mistaking myself for the paint tub, so my almost clean water is now completely dirty. Oh well, emptying the jar. There we go. And this one's empty now. But I come prepared. I have 3 of those little tubs. Right, then we go back to our B20. It still needs base layers. Well, at least this time I'm no longer wiping away the previous paint, I think. Thing is, this paint is very translucent, so you really need to dab it on. I don't really like dabbing it on, because then you get unevenness, but at least this one dries up quite evenly. You don't feel the unevenness from dabbing. And what will I do with this project? Well, the sushi one, the first one, I'm probably going to turn into a magnet. And this D20 is also going to be a magnet, probably. But yeah, this translucent paint really needs a lot of coats. This is coat number 3. And you can still see all of it. But that's okay. I knew where I began, what I was starting with. I started this paint because I really like this paint. I've been using it a lot for my the eyes I paint. Sometimes it feels like you're removing previous paint. But that's probably because there's such thin paint. The lines are gonna be, well, I intend to make them a different color. So that's why I'm just spreading the paint. Same with the numbers. There we go. I just really like this green. It's a beautiful emerald green. I'm using my brush rinser. People didn't like because you need to clean the water that often, but if you just use little bits of paint, then it's perfect. So I'm mostly making it empty right now, so I can put fresh water in it for next time. But I really like it because it has little ridges. Can't really show it right now because, well, it's filled with water, but I'll probably run out soon, so. Didn't really think of the colors of this stand either, but this is the same very thin paint. It does rub off the previous paint, and I don't know if that's the surface that, because I'm using primer in a different color, and the primer just, I think it's just adding a safety layer, and that's why the paint doesn't adhere that much, which is the opposite of what primer is supposed to do. So also here we're dabbing it on. Maybe when we get enough layers of dabbing, we can actually start painting it. I don't even know which colors I want with this stand. I mean, I could keep the dabby with the dark blue for the bottom. And then use other colors for around it. It would give a mystical effect, so then I would only have to paint the little bottle. Probably gonna look for some actual good silver. So yeah, I really like this paint, but just look at this. It's beautiful, but so transparent. Probably because it's metallic. I mean, the blue of Sushi's eye wasn't that transparent, so it's probably because it's metallic. So we're gonna let this dry again. I'm gonna add an extra coat of gesso because why not? Dirty paint water for the big excess. Clean paint water for the rest. There we go. And I need to toss this little rag because it just... So maybe I should try out my paint before, because if I take this one, this was one non-metallic that I used for Sushi's eyes. Let's dab our finger in there. That's transparent as well. It's just this paint is very transparent. I just love working with it. Okay, so a little bit of gesso again. And then we've already been streaming for an hour for an impromptu, unprepared stream that's actually quite nice. Laying it on thick. So we can spread it out more. Now the paint, of course, it won't solve the transparency, by the way. If a paint is transparent, it will remain transparent. You usually need a couple of coats. And with metallic, it's known you need a lot of coats. But knowing me, something will go wrong somewhere because I'm just unlucky like that. I'm no pro crafter. Okay. Seeing bubbles over here. And you know, we don't like bubbles. Okay. So this can go dry as well. If this works, then, well, lifesaver. We'll know that in a week or 4. Dirty paint water. Clean paint water. Okay, paint water, the clean paint water over here. I'll put that away soon enough. Brush away. So, dabbed because metallic, dabbed because metallic, gesso. Different type than I'm used to. So, we're going to see how that works. Yes, I like working on trays because they're easy to move. Now, the brush rinser I'm using, I can't show it that much because there's water in here. It's from Green Stuff World. This is a little container of water, a small one. This is a little spring with which you can flush the water. And it's very handy if you use little amounts of water. So if I paint mini things and I use my miniature brush like this, this is nice because it has a nice radius. And you don't need to use a lot of water. So, and all the water gets stored a bit hesitant to show it over here. I'm pretty much out of water anyway, so how about I take this off because I'm out of water anyway. So, brush rinser. I'm gonna put it like this. And here you have all the dirty paint water. Let's flush it. Now it can dry. This is all the dirty paint water. And I have a dirty paint water jar. And I don't think you can see it, but there's a lot of glitter from the green under here. So because I accidentally rinsed my brush over here. So I'm just gonna, nope. That glitter is gonna stay in here forever. Oh well. It's quite a big container. Can hold quite a lot. It was you had to set up this yourself. Greenstuffworld.com. And if you don't really build it right, then the spring doesn't really work. But yeah, if you don't use a lot of water, paint water, then I really like it. So that was of the things I did this week with my impromptu and last minute streaming. And I'll be seeing you. Bye bye. Where is my great, I can't find my shutdown button. Where are you today? Oh, there. Everything is crashing. Except what's supposed to be. I'm trying to shut down. I don't know if this part even records. Seriously? Everything is crashing. I don't even know how far I am. Task manager. It looks like I'm still streaming, despite the crash. Well, now I'm gonna click end stream. So in case I was streaming and it still saw this, bye bye.